The world is a treasure chest of breathtaking landscapes, vibrant cultures, and unforgettable adventures waiting to be explored. From the romantic streets of Paris to the wild safaris of Kenya, each country offers its own unique rhythm, flavor, and magic. Whether you're chasing ancient wonders, crystal-clear beaches, or futuristic skylines, these 25 destinations represent the best of the best, the places that stir the soul, ignite wanderlust, and remind us why travel is life's greatest teacher. So pack your bags, open your heart, and let's embark on a journey through the most extraordinary countries to visit on our planet. Italy. Few places stir the soul quite like Italy, a living museum of art, architecture, and flavor, where every cobblestone seems to whisper history, from the grandeur of Rome's Colosseum and the whispers of the Vatican to Florence's Renaissance brilliance and Venice's ethereal canals. Italy is a timeless seduction. The scent of espresso mingles with the echo of church bells. The countryside of Tuscany rolls in gold and green, dotted with vineyards and cypress trees. Along the Amalfi Coast, cliffs tumble into turquoise waters, and Capri basks under a Mediterranean sun. Whether it's the passion of opera, the perfection of pasta, or the quiet charm of a piazza at dusk, Italy is not just a destination, it's an emotion. France. France, the beating heart of art, love, and light. In Paris, romance seems to hang in the air. The Seine reflects the glow of the Eiffel Tower, and the Louvre's glass pyramid gleams like a jewel of human creativity. Yet beyond the capital, France reveals 1,000 faces. In Provence, lavender fields ripple under the summer wind. The Riviera shimmers with glamour, while Normandy's cliffs remember the weight of history. Bordeaux and Burgundy offer world-class wines, and the Alps stand eternal, their snow-capped peaks mirrored in still lakes. France's allure lies in its refinement, a place where beauty feels effortless and every detail is an act of art. Japan. Japan is harmony in motion, a place where tradition and technology intertwine with perfect grace. Cherry blossoms drift over ancient shrines, while neon lights pulse through Tokyo's sleepless streets. It's a land of contrasts, quiet tea ceremonies against the hum of bullet trains, serene temples beside skyscrapers reaching for the sky. In Kyoto, centuries of culture bloom like spring flowers, geishas glide through narrow alleys, and temples rest amid whispering bamboo. In the shadow of Mount Fuji, stillness meets majesty. The Japanese spirit, meticulous, respectful, enduring, gives every traveler a sense of peace and precision. Japan doesn't just show beauty, it teaches you how to notice it. Australia, a continent that feels like a planet of its own, wild, vast, and full of wonder. Australia stretches from the red heart of the outback to the shimmering coasts of Sydney and the Great Barrier Reef. The natural world dominates here, coral kingdoms beneath the sea, ancient rainforests, whispering secrets, and deserts painted with the colors of dawn. In Sydney, the Opera House sails rise above the harbour like white wings. In Melbourne, creativity pulses through laneways lined with art and cafe culture. The Great Ocean Road curves beside the endless sea, and Tasmania's wilderness remains untamed. Australia is freedom, sunburnt, soulful, and utterly unforgettable. Spain. Spain moves to the rhythm of life, vibrant, passionate, and alive with soul. In Barcelona, Gaudi's dreamlike architecture blurs the line between art and imagination. Madrid hums with energy, its plazas alive with music, laughter, and the scent of tapas. And in Andalusia, Moorish palaces whisper tales of centuries past. Beyond its cities, Spain's landscapes unfold with grace. The golden beaches of the Costa del Sol, the green hills of Galicia, the white villages of the south. Festivals ignite the night with dance and color, from Seville's flamenco to Pamplona's wild spirit. Spain invites you to live slowly, love deeply, and celebrate every moment. Switzerland. If heaven had an address, it might look like Switzerland. Mountains pierce the clouds, and lakes mirror skies of flawless blue. Every view feels painted by perfection, from the snow-dusted peaks of the Matterhorn to the quiet charm of Lucerne's bridges. Here, nature reigns supreme. Trains glide past waterfalls and alpine meadows, connecting villages where life moves at the rhythm of the seasons. In winter, the slopes call skiers from across the globe. In summer, hikers trace paths through flower-strewn valleys. Switzerland is serenity in its purest form, a landscape that humbles and heals. Greece, where myth meets sea and history glows beneath the sun. Greece is, an odyssey through time, from the marble columns of Athens to the sunlit islands of the Aegean. The Parthenon still watches over the birthplace of democracy, while whitewashed villages spill down cliffs into sapphire waters. Santorini's sunsets paint the horizon in fire and gold. Crete's rugged hills hold the echoes of ancient kings. The food, olive oil, feta, and wine, tastes of simplicity perfected. Greece invites travelers not only to see but to feel, to slow down, to listen, to dream beneath skies that have witnessed eternity. New Zealand. At the edge of the world lies a land sculpted by the gods of nature. New Zealand is a masterpiece of mountains, fjords, and forests, untouched and, honestly, awe-inspiring. From the volcanic plains of the North Island to the glacial fjords of the South, every horizon feels cinematic. Adventure thrives here, bungee jumping, skydiving, hiking through Middle-earth landscapes, yet serenity is never far. In quiet lakes, green hills, and the songs of Maori culture, New Zealand is purity in motion, where earth, water, and spirit exist in perfect balance. Canada. Canada is a vast wilderness stitched together by kindness. The Rockies rise like cathedrals of stone, mirrored in lakes of turquoise and ice. Bears wander forests older than memory, and maple leaves blaze crimson in the fall. In cities like Vancouver and Toronto, diversity thrives. Cultures intertwine. Languages mingle, and creativity flows. Niagara's roar, the northern lights, and the tranquility of Banff all remind travelers of nature's infinite power. Canada isn't just beautiful. It's humbling, a country that reminds you how small you are in the face of such majesty. Thailand. Thailand welcomes you with a smile that feels eternal. Golden temples shimmer under tropical skies, incense drifts through ancient streets, and beaches stretch toward the horizon. Bangkok's energy is electric. Floating markets, street food, and the hum of tuk-tuks fill the senses. Further north, Chiang Mai offers calm, monasteries hidden among misty mountains and elephant sanctuaries where compassion lives. In the south, islands like Phuket and Koh Phi Phi invite you to rest beneath palms and coral sunsets. Thailand is warmth in every sense, of climate, culture, and heart. United States, a land of vast horizons and infinite stories. From the bustling streets of New York to the silent canyons of Arizona, the United States is a country of extremes, where every corner feels like a different world. The skyscrapers of Chicago rise like steel dreams, while California's coast stretches endlessly beneath golden light. The national parks hold the soul of the land, Yosemite's cliffs, Yellowstone's geysers, and the Grand Canyon's ancient silence. In the Deep South, music and history intertwine. In the Pacific Northwest, forests breathe with mist and mystery. The United States is not just a country, it's a mosaic of landscapes and lives, united by the pursuit of possibility. Portugal. Portugal hums with quiet beauty, a country where the ocean meets centuries of history. Lisbon's sunlit hills overlook cobbled streets and tram lines that climb toward terracotta rooftops. The melancholic sound of fado drifts from doorways at night, telling stories of love and loss. In Porto, the Douro River glows beneath bridges of iron and stone, and vineyards roll toward the horizon. The Algarve's cliffs plunge into turquoise seas, dotted with hidden beaches carved by time. Portugal's charm lies in its balance, between past and present, land and sea, sweetness and saudade. Iceland. Iceland is a realm born of fire and sculpted by ice. Here, nature reigns supreme, raw, unpredictable, and honestly, breathtakingly beautiful. Geysers erupt in rhythmic bursts, waterfalls cascade from cliffs that glow under the northern lights. The landscape shifts with every mile, from black sand beaches to glaciers that, whisper ancient stories. In Reykjavik, a small capital hums with creativity, music, and warmth amid the Arctic chill. Travelers soak in the Blue Lagoon's steamy mineral waters, gaze into volcanoes, and really feel the planet's heartbeat beneath their feet. Iceland isn't just visited, it's experienced, as if stepping into the Earth's living core. Indonesia. A world of islands and endless wonder. Indonesia stretches across more than 17,000 islands, each with its own rhythm, culture, and soul. Bali enchants with its temples, rice terraces, and waves that attract surfers from across the globe. Java pulses with the energy of ancient civilizations, home to Borobudur's majestic stupas and Mount Bromo's fiery dawns. Beyond the familiar lies the wild Sumatra's jungles where orangutans swing through mist, and Komodo Island where dragons still walk the earth. The underwater world of Raja Ampat glitters like another universe. Indonesia is a nation of contrasts, where nature, spirituality, and humanity weave a tapestry as vast as the sea that surrounds it. Turkey, where continents meet and history breathes through every stone. Istanbul rises where east meets west, a skyline of domes and minarets mirrored by the Bosphorus. The air carries the scent of spice and coffee, the echo of prayer, and the rhythm of trade that has flowed for centuries. Further inland, Cappadocia's dreamlike valleys awaken under hundreds of hot air balloons. Pamukkale's terraces shimmer in white mineral light, and the turquoise coast promises sun, sea, and serenity. From the ruins of Ephesus to the bustling bazaars of Istanbul, Turkey is a living bridge, ancient, modern, and honestly, endlessly welcoming. India. India is not merely a destination, it's a world unto itself, a vast mosaic of color, sound, and spirit where every region tells a different story. In the north, the Taj Mahal glows like a pearl at dawn. In the south, Kerala's backwaters drift through palm-lined tranquility. Rajasthan's palaces shimmer with desert opulence, and the Himalayas whisper to the soul. The chaos of its cities, the serenity of its temples, and the warmth of its people create a rhythm that both overwhelms and transforms. Festivals of light, color, and devotion fill the air with joy. India doesn't just invite you to see, it asks you to feel, to surrender, to awaken. Egypt, a cradle of civilization and a testament to humanity's eternal quest for greatness. The pyramids of Giza rise from the desert like guardians of time. The Nile flows gently through the heart of history, carrying stories of pharaohs, gods, and empires long gone. In Luxor and Aswan, temples etched with hieroglyphs stand beneath a sun that has shone for millennia. Cairo's streets pulse with life, chaotic, colorful, endlessly fascinating. And along the Red Sea, coral reefs bloom beneath waters of impossible clarity. Egypt reminds travelers that the past is never truly gone. It lives eternal in the stones and sands of its land. South Africa, a nation where wild beauty and deep history converge. From the golden plains of Kruger National Park to the cliffs of Cape Point, South Africa offers nature in its most dramatic form. Lions, elephants, and rhinos roam freely beneath vast African skies. Cape Town sits at the foot of Table Mountain, where vineyards stretch inland and the Atlantic roars against the rocks. In Johannesburg, the spirit of resilience tells a story of transformation. South Africa is raw, radiant, and real. A place where adventure meets humanity, and every sunrise feels like a promise renewed. Denmark, a kingdom of simplicity and soul. Denmark blends storybook charm with forward-thinking design. In Copenhagen, bicycles glide past colorful harbors, cafes spill laughter into the streets, and fairy-tale towers rise over calm canals. The city hums with hygge, that quiet Danish art of finding warmth in small joys. Beyond the capital, castles guard misty shores and islands dot the Baltic Sea like green jewels. Aarhus and Odense pulse with creativity and history, while the wind-swept dunes of Skagen glow beneath endless northern light. Denmark is not loud or vast, it's graceful, human, and quietly unforgettable. Mexico. Mexico beats with the pulse of ancient civilizations and modern vitality. In the heart of Mexico City, Aztec ruins rise beside colonial cathedrals and cutting-edge art. To the south, Oaxaca fills the senses with color, flavor, and tradition, from handmade crafts to mole sauce simmering in clay pots. Along the Yucatan, the Caribbean shimmers over Mayan temples and cenotes that descend into crystal worlds. The beaches of Tulum and Cancun invite rest, while the Day of the Dead celebrates life itself. Mexico is rhythm and resilience, color and contrast, a feast for the eyes, the heart, and the soul. Morocco, where the desert meets the sea and ancient cities shimmer beneath golden light. Morocco is a kaleidoscope of color, scent, and sound. In Marrakesh, the Medina pulses with life, a maze of lanterns, spices, and laughter that awakens every sense. The call to prayer drifts across rooftops as the sun sets behind the Atlas Mountains. In the blue city of Chefchaouen, walls glow like the sky itself. Fez reveals centuries of craft and learning, while the Sahara stretches endlessly. Dunes, sculpted by wind, silence, and time. Ride a camel beneath the stars, sip mint tea in hidden courtyards, and watch as Morocco unfolds like a dream made real. Croatia, a land where history meets the sea in perfect harmony. Croatia's Adriatic coast is a ribbon of beauty, crystal waters lapping against medieval towns and sun-soaked islands. Dubrovnik, with its ancient walls and red-tiled roofs, seems built for both legend and cinema. Split's Diocletian's palace hums with life, its Roman stones now filled with cafes and music. Sail through the islands of Hvar and Korčula, or escape inland to the turquoise cascades of Plitvice lakes. Croatia feels both old and young, rooted in the past, yet pulsing with new energy. Every sunset over the sea feels like the closing of a perfect day in paradise. Vietnam. Vietnam is a tapestry woven from war and peace, chaos and calm, mountains and sea. In Hanoi, motorbikes swirl like a symphony of motion, while old streets hum with the aroma of pho and coffee. Ha Long Bay, with its limestone pillars rising from emerald water, feels like a dream sculpted by nature's hand. In the central city of Hoi An, lanterns light the river at dusk, reflecting centuries of trade and tradition. Further south, Ho Chi Minh City pulses with modern ambition. Yet beyond the cities lies serenity, rice terraces in Sapa, floating markets in the Mekong Delta, and people whose kindness leaves a lasting warmth. Vietnam captures the heart through its contrasts, and never lets it go. Chile. Chile is a land stretched thin between ocean and sky, a country of extremes and wonder. From the driest desert on Earth to the icy fjords of Patagonia, its landscapes feel otherworldly. In the north, the Atacama Desert burns with color and silence, where stars fill the night sky like diamonds scattered across infinity. Santiago nestles beneath the Andes, modern and vibrant. Further south, Torres del Paine rises in jagged majesty, a cathedral of rock and ice that humbles all who stand before it. Chile is a journey from fire to frost, where every horizon tells a story of the Earth's wildest beauty. Peru, a land where ancient gods still linger in the clouds. Peru's soul lies in the sacred heights of the Andes, in Machu Picchu, where mist curls around the stones of a vanished empire. The Inca Trail winds through valleys and ruins, leading travelers not only across mountains, but back through time. Cusco, once the heart of the Incan world, still beats with history and music. The Amazon rainforest breathes life into the country's eastern reaches, and Lake Titicaca glitters under skies of pure blue. Peru is both mystery and majesty, a place where the past is alive and the present feels eternal.